Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are creating a custom spread for TeCara for the month of July. So we are just doing one spread in this video, and we are going 4th of July theme. I have Retro Holidays here by Live Love Posh, which is really like one of my favorite all-time sticker books. Unfortunately, it is sold out. I wish so badly that this sticker book was not sold out because it's just such a fun sticker book, and I would love to like pick up a fresh copy each year as I go through what I've used already, but it is sold out. So we're gonna pop in with the fireworks. The request for this spread was 4th of July, so I may have already said that, but we're gonna come in with our fireworks. And this pen that doesn't want to work. Let's try a different one. There we go. This one's better. Okay, and we'll come in with this as well. I don't know why I'm not using my correction tape on this part. But because I know this pen is working, let me put that where it needs to go, and let me shift the other one over. Okay, so I wanted to put the fireworks up at the top because, you know, fireworks are in the sky. And then I think we'll maybe add like a different one over here maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, we could do that. Got a different one right there, and I think that that works. Now I need a good blue to match with this because I want to bring in some red alphabet letters, but we need the right blue. I'm actually kind of digging this blue, which sort of doesn't go with any of them, but I really like it, and I think that as long as we've got the red, white, and blue, there's really no like wrong color. It's looking a little bit more periwinkle though now that I have it down. So maybe there is a wrong color. Ignore what I said. Let's try to find a better blue here. This is some of my blue washi. I feel like I have other blue that's not where it's supposed to be. We have this really light blue here. That may work. Let's try that instead. Oh no, I just ripped that. I wasn't even paying attention. I was looking away. All right, we'll make it work. Unless I go for this darker one. The darker one is actually kind of looking good. So the way that I can sort of fix, I messed up, didn't I? I mean, we have plenty of fireworks, so if I need to pull something off, that's really okay. The idea that I had of fixing this was just kind of layering it over, but normally I cut it. So I think we have to replace this. It's so unusual that washi would rip something like a sticker. I am going to save this sticker because if I use it on the right side of the page, we can just kind of put it to the edge here. So let's redo that. Oh, this is a 2-piecer. I don't want 2. I just want 1. We can cut it. Oh, there's another one. Oh my goodness. All right. Get your head in the game, Elise. Okay, now that we have this down, this doesn't feel as sticky, but I am going to be a little bit more careful about how I put this down. And then we'll take my knife and trim around that edge and then trim over here too. I did that way. Let's do this one this way. All right, that looks kind of cool. Now, let's grab Alpha Basics Volume 2 by Kella Plan, and we're going to pop July in. I feel like this washi is crooked. That's like 3 mistakes this morning in this video alone. That's when I'm like, It makes me want to stop the video because I'm like, am I doomed today? I don't think I'm doomed. We're not going to stop the video, but sometimes when you're watching YouTube videos, There's things as content creators, and I'm sure I can speak for others, but I will just say for myself that I'm like self-conscious about, especially when a mistake is made. I've never claimed to be a perfect channel at all, but you know, I don't want to like keep making mistakes when you're sitting here to maybe, I don't know, be entertained or learn how to do something in your planner and then I keep messing it up. Like that's not really my intent. So I probably should have put those a little bit lower, but we're really just going to kind of trim right there. And then we'll trim over here. And then what's next? Oh, over here. And I want to make sure that I punch these. Otherwise, I may forget. Crash. Okay. So this is my We Are Memory Keepers punch. And I really love this punch. I find it so much easier than punching the whole page if I don't need to punch the whole page. Now, normally I would come in with other numbers over here, but I kind of just want to like pop in these big ones. Just going to be enough room. If these were any bigger, they wouldn't work here. But they will work because they are the perfect size for this spot. And then we have a tiny bit of extra black lines. So just using my white pen to clean that up a little bit. All right, we're looking good. Let's also cover up our take note. And this is where I'm going to actually use the word currently. But I think we're gonna pop the washi in on the right side. So see, actually, maybe we do it. No, yeah, we'll do that. Can't make up my mind. I'm changing it because of these 1, 2, 3s. I feel like it's a little bit distracting. So instead, we're gonna cut the washi to have a straight edge and use the washi as like a barrier. That will help to kind of separate visually the numbers from the letters that I'm going to put down. I think that's a better choice. Sometimes you just don't know until you like sit down to do it or try to put something on paper and then kind of change how you're feeling about it. I could also center this. I'm almost thinking centering it may look better. So CURRENTLY currently has 9 letters. CURREN. N is the middle letter. So in that case, we're going to put the N right here. And then we can continue. E. I need my R's. I think this will work better because then it's just like right under the July. Now I have the C and the U that I had pulled up. And this will just kind of make the whole thing centered, and it may give us a little bit more space for more decor throughout the sides. T, L, and Y. I messed this up, didn't I? E was in the middle. E was in the middle. I feel like it doesn't look that bad. It's hard for me to leave something imperfect with a custom spread, but I feel like because we have this space over here, it like when you look here, obviously it's not centered, but when you look over here, it's fine. I think we're just gonna leave it, otherwise pulling up all those letters. So I wanna put something in here. I feel like this airplane would look really cool right here. We're gonna lose a bit of it, but I just feel like that's a neat look. And we're going to be good with this. And then we'll punch. I try to punch throughout instead of at the end because sometimes I forget at the end and I don't want to send this out unpunched. And then we'll just take these stars right here. I think that we're fine. All right. Now, I think that I may be finished with these stickers for this moment. I'm going to just shift the other page over because we're just focusing on this one right now. And now is where I want to include like boxes and shapes. I have summer boxes by Mojo Jojo Plans, but as I'm looking at this, this red is much darker than this red. So I'm actually going to switch the reds. We're going to use this red instead, which is much more of like a watermelon red, but I think looks better. But I do like this blue. So I wanted to find, there we go, a full box for the blue. And maybe put it right here. And then we'll kind of come up from there. So just sort of creating like shapes throughout. Let's look for a square red box and then maybe a square blue one too. Lately, I've been doing like a little bit more minimal. I've been going a little bit more minimal with the amount of boxes that I put in the currently. I feel like I went through a phase where I was putting as many boxes as I could possibly fit. And now I'm just kind of making it a little bit more low key, especially in the summer. Time to kind of slow down a little bit, reset, even though summer tends to be busy. You don't need the currently to be so busy. So I'm covering this up with my white pen, otherwise you'll be able to see through it. But I like the layered effect here. However, I would like this plain to layer over the sticker, not under it. So we're just gonna lift this very carefully and pop that back in. Just looks a little bit more seamless. Now let's take maybe a square blue box, which I don't seem to have, or a rectangle. I have one, but it has lines on it. I don't want it with lines for this. There we go. This is what I was looking for. And it's a little bit too big here. Let's see. I don't want to just put it next to this one. That's what I'm trying to avoid. So I'm actually going to come back to the Retro Holidays sticker book and see if we can maybe add something in here that'll help me separate the boxes. We could use these stars. And then I could come in with this here. Let's do that. Then we're going to take a red rectangle. Maybe put this here. I know these aren't layered, but I'm kind of changing my pace here. And then a red smaller box over here, but we're gonna separate the reds with something decorative. It's always a good way to separate color like I did over here. So let's do, this is probably too big. Happy 4th of July is too big. Let's take these sunglasses because they're cute and we'll pop them in like that. All right, I think that that looks good. Wouldn't object to like a little bit more washi right here, kind of fill in some of that space. I don't think it actually does anything. I think it takes away. So instead, let's take another one of these stars and just put it here. So then we have the stars here and here, and now this space isn't bothering me as much. So I think that we are good. Now, coming back to our summer boxes, I need a blue header box right here. And we're going to do a red header box over here. Okay. Oh, this is so cute. I really love it. It's making me happy. You know, when I do not in the past, but when I was thinking like, what does my July currently page look like? Because I filmed it a while ago, but mine is birthday themed. That's where I always have a hard time with July. Luckily, my birthday is not possible to fall in the same week as 4th of July, but like Heather, Kell of a Plan, her birthday often falls in the same week as 4th of July because she's July 8th. I am July 14th. So my birthday's 10 days later. It's not possible to fall in the same week. So fun fact, I feel like I share this every year, but Heather, Kell of a Plan, she's July 8th, I'm July 14th, and we are the same year. She was born 6 days before me. So maybe one of the reasons we get along so well is because we're kind of like birthday buddies. All right, put some fireworks there. Let's pop some washi in. Another thing you can do if you don't want to keep like ripping the washi like I am is just kind of pop the washi right underneath the sticker. And then it looks like it's perfectly layered there, but it's not. This one too. Just kind of, I mean, you'll still have to rip it because it'll have to end somewhere, but it's just like a little bit easier, and it does give you a perfectly clean cut. I'm not really capable of a perfectly clean cut, so this is just a good little trick. And then continue to trim. I have been in a situation before where I've gone to pop something into my planner and I had realized that I never punched it, which is why I really try to punch as I go. All right, back to Alpha Basics, Volume 2. So we need the R. I had glanced when I put down the currently to make sure that I had enough here and kind of pop that into the middle. And then we're going to spell out favorites. O-R-I. Oh, I still need to label these. I forgot to do that. We'll do that. T, E, and S. So I'm in this like weird schedule today. I don't even think I can call it a schedule, but normally when I'm filming videos, I'm like very time managed. Like, okay, I have this much time to work. This is what we're going to do. Today, I'm feeling a little bit off schedule because I don't really have one. All I have to do today is leave my house. Today is Saturday. I'm talking and I'm not spelling right. Today is a Saturday, and all I have to do is leave my house at a certain time to go to my friend's house to go to the pool. We're sneaking this in a little bit here. Other than that, I don't have to do anything. Like I'm filming this video because I have time this morning and I'd like to get it out the door to be able to arrive for July. But other than that, I'm not really on a schedule. And when I'm not on a schedule, sometimes I feel like it's harder for me because I'm usually very regimented and like I'm moving at a specific pace. And today it's just a little bit different, but it's not a bad thing. It just, I think, throws me off a little bit when I'm filming a video because I'm just like la-di-da. So hopefully you don't mind the la-di-da. I have been trying to minimize how sometimes my videos in the past have come across as rushed. That's not at all what I want. So I am really trying to be mindful of that as well. But today I'm just like, I feel a little off my game, and I think it's maybe because I'm just not on a schedule. I want to lift this up because as I was putting this down, I don't really want these two to be lined up if the other one isn't lined up. So we're going to try to pull and see how it goes. If not, I'll use undo adhesive remover. When you're pulling a sticker like this, keep your hand on the backing. Otherwise, it's going to curl up like this. And if the whole sticker curled up, that's when you have problems. So we're going to put this down to be a little bit lower and just kind of slowly put it down and smooth out any wrinkles. Otherwise, the sticker will get quite wrinkly, but that looks perfect like it was the first time I put it down. Now, I don't want to forget about this that I had ripped before. Really, though, the only way to use it would be like here, but that's the bottom. I probably could have used it over here, but I forgot. So that sticker may just end up in the sticker graveyard. All right, let's continue with our boxes. So I don't have a lot of these square boxes left if I wanted to use these. So that's why I'm going with kind of bigger ones this time. So if we add in, actually, before I put anything down, I want to get some more of the 4th of July themed stuff in here. So I really love this Lady Liberty. I feel like it's very representative of where I want us to be when we're looking at 4th of July. I don't normally stick a sticker right in the middle here, but I just think that that looks special. Kind of like centering Lady Liberty right in the middle, but I can see the, I can see it, the red through the sticker. So let's cover this. And only, of course, cover where you're going to see it on the sticker. That's why I like to put it down and then bend the sticker back. All right, yeah, I think that that looks special. Now we'll come in with a red over here, just sort of shifting it over so it doesn't look like it's supposed to all be in a certain spot. We're just kind of randomly placing them. And then where am I at with my boxes left? I have a red square, which is perfect because I wanted to put one over here. And then I don't think I have a blue square left. I could make one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I almost feel like if I put blue here, it may not look the way that I want it to look. That's not what I want. I'm looking for blue. Okay. Actually, I'm out of blue. The only way I can make a blue square is with this. I could put these two together. I guess we'll try and see how it goes. So if you're going to put stickers together like this, you want to cut off the color strip on both of them. And then I'm just going to turn this over so I have a better angle. Put one down and then the other, and try to do it as neatly as possible. Okay, not a perfect square, but I think that it works. And then I think we can add something else decorative in at the bottom. I really liked the Jeep, but I also haven't done the Happy 4th of July. So we're going to put this right here. But before we do that, I want to add in some more washi. So let's cut here. Put this down. Trying to get it right at the edge. And our washi card. Now, you're definitely going to see this through. So we're going to do a little trick that's very much something extra, but I'm actually going to put this on another sheet of paper, a sticker paper, because I want to give it that extra thick backing. And then we'll kind of trim this out. Let me take that out because that'll be easier. And once we put this down now, because we gave it that extra layer, you won't see the washi through it. I think that sometimes I'm a little bit more sensitive to what you can see through because we have such bright lights shining on the planner page on my desk right now. If I had turned my lights off, I don't actually know that it would be visible through, but just in case it is, this gives you that extra kind of layer of protection. Perfect. Now we don't see it at all, and I think that that looks really cute. Now for our words. So you probably already know that I'm going to take prioritizing and put it right up here. And then let's do planning here. because this is good for like things that are coming up throughout the month. And I often put decluttering in my Patreon custom spreads. No one has said to me yet, please don't put that in my spread. So in the meantime, we're still putting them in because I feel like it's always good to have something to organize. Let's do reading, watching maybe, and let's do appreciating. Now I want to add some color into these. So I actually just organized all of my pens and things that I use to add color. So should be easy to find. I just need the right shade of red here because I had two of these. These are a Sarasa Dry and a Sarasa Clip. And I was a little bit worried that the Sarasa Dry was going to be too dark, but I actually think now that it's here, it's good, and it'll be better for this because it dries quickly. So we're just gonna come in here and add a pop of color into these spots right here. Really easy, low effort thing to do, but I feel like it just makes it pop so much more. This is one of the reasons that I use paper stickers. You already may know this about me, but I prefer paper stickers over clear. But with the paper, of course, you see that white backing. However, with the clear, it's harder to add color. It's not impossible. I've done it before, but it is harder. So get these in. I feel like currently pages are one of those great pages in your planner that you can kind of add to throughout the month. Like you saw my July one, hopefully. And I set it up a little bit for July, but as the month goes on, I'll continue to add to it, because sometimes when I do too much over planning ahead of time, I'm not really leaving room in my planner for other things that come up. So I try to give it a little bit of flexibility and like a balance between what I add to my planner ahead of time and what I leave room for. I think that also with these letters, there's room for like error, or not being perfect. Like if I had to be really perfect on this, I would need my head like so close to the page because these are pretty small. But this looks cute and you don't really notice where something isn't perfect. We'll get celebrating in, and then we will add in our favorites on the right side. I'm so happy with how this came out. I knew once I was going to use these stickers that the spread would come out great because I love these stickers, but I'm really thrilled with how it is. So we're going to add in favorite memory. July is a great month to make memories. Favorite, actually, I probably should have put memory over here because I want to do something here that's going to be a little bit longer. So favorite, let's do book. Maybe over here we'll write show. Let's do achievement. Always something to be proud of. We have to celebrate our wins. I'm going to write weekend here because there's a lot of space, and TeCara can use this space to list out things from the weekend. Like if I were writing about a certain weekend, it would be what I did Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So favorite weekend. Let's do meal over here because I love summer food. And then I'm going to leave one blank because I like to, like I said, not overplan and let her fill in something that she wants to do here. So I think that we are finished. This is a very fun 4th of July spread. It makes me really happy to look at, and I hope she loves it as well. Like I said, this sticker book is sold out. I think that the summer boxes by Mojo Jojo Plans may still be available. So I'll link anything I can in the description, but if you are not subscribed, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. I am very much hoping to reach 20,000 subscribers by my birthday, so we are not far away from my birthday, nor are we far from 20,000 subscribers. So if you go ahead and click that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.